Cynthia, I know you spend a lot of your time and energy walking the halls of legislatures and agencies that control a lot of these processes that across government are being used. And you've got a front row seat to how some of this thinking is evolving, what progress we've made, but what work is still to be done. What's your perspective?
Now, this is the thing that I think if I say, what is my mission is to try to help our executive branch understand what they need to do to give remove the barriers, and the barriers are plenty, to help those that are executing, that are in the field, to move as fast as they can. So we know the government is very capable in times of crisis, in times of war. They can produce things very quickly. They can be very innovative. It's when they're in the garrison, when we're at peace, that we seem to go back to the bureaucratic way of how we buy things or how we procure things. And so the two things that we see are the biggest impediments to us being able to be innovative and do things iteratively and do it fast is that we have a very laborious budget process. So if you think about it, Congress needs to have budgets from the agencies 2 years in advance before they can debate it and approve it. And it goes to the Senate, goes to the White House before appropriations are passed. 2 years, that's a long runway. And what if, as Harry was saying, we want to do something different? Maybe we want this 3D industrial 3D capability, and we didn't think about that 2 years ago. Maybe that technology was not there. So we need to have budgets that are a lot more flexible. And then the second thing is that the contract vehicle that we use to be able to do this work that contractors are bound by needs to be much more flexible. So instead of having these high level requirements that the contractor now considers, that's my customer, the contract, I have to be bound by this, it limits innovation, it limits experimentation. And if you need to pivot, that's a huge contract modification. And anyone who's ever gone through that, that's a painful experience that can sometimes take 6 months. So if we can modify the budgeting process as well as the procurement process, that's going to really help streamline things. So that's something we're trying to work with Congress. Once they get a speaker, hopefully we'll get some traction again. We'll
Fingers
be
crossed.
yeah, fingers crossed. But there's a lot of interest in this. We're finding that when we are talking to them about what are these things, they always tend to focus on that it's a technical thing, and it's not. It's all the surrounding processes that support that innovation. And that's what needs to change. There are a lot of interest. There's bills that are being proposed. These things take time, but we're hoping that we can be impactful to help Congress understand a different way of budgeting, a different way of being able to procure Agile, and even a different way of how to train the people to be able to think this way, have this open mindset, do this iterative and innovative way of approaching work.